You might be wondering, why don't Japanese tourists flock to the Philippines like you'd expect? After all, both countries are in Asia, both have rich histories, and both are known for their beautiful landscapes. So what's the deal? Well, the answer might not be as obvious as you think. Join me today as we explore the surprising reasons why Japanese tourists don't visit the Philippines as much. Let's dive in. When we explore the relationship between Japan and the Philippines, we first need to consider one crucial factor: the cultural disconnect that exists between the two nations. At first glance, they may seem like two distinct worlds. Japan, with its rich history and reverence for tradition, places great importance on order, precision, and respect for established norms. From the way people queue at train stations to the meticulous design of its cities, everything in Japan speaks of a culture that thrives on discipline and harmony. In stark contrast, the Philippines presents a more laid-back and vibrant atmosphere. With a history influenced by a mix of Spanish, American, and indigenous cultures, the Philippines embraces a relaxed, spontaneous approach to life. The colorful festivals, warm hospitality, and love for casual gatherings showcase a society that celebrates joy, openness, and flexibility. This juxtaposition of lifestyles can often lead to misunderstandings, as the fast-paced, meticulous ways of Japan can clash with the more easygoing, sociable nature of the Philippines. One might wonder, how does this disconnect impact interactions between people from these two countries? The Japanese, who are accustomed to clear structure and formality, may find the Filipino free-spiritedness a bit too informal or unpredictable. On the other hand, Filipinos may feel that the Japanese focus on precision and protocol leaves little room for the spontaneity and warmth they value. Yet despite these differences, the two cultures have found ways to coexist and learn from one another. So how do they bridge this cultural gap? What happens when you bring the order of Japan and the vibrancy of the Philippines together? Let's dive deeper into this fascinating cross-cultural dynamic. While the Philippines offers vibrant street life and spontaneous adventures, this can feel overwhelming or chaotic for many Japanese, who often prefer the calm, structured nature of their own country. For the Japanese, a well-planned, organized vacation is part of the enjoyment, something that can be harder to find in the more unstructured atmosphere of the Philippines. 2. Safety and infrastructure. Concern. When it comes to travel, safety is often at the top of everyone's mind, and it's one area where Japan and the Philippines vastly differ. Japan has long been hailed as one of the safest countries in the world, where public spaces are clean, crime rates are low, and the sense of security is palpable. Visitors to Japan often rave about the ease with which they can navigate the country, the punctuality of trains, and the general peace of mind that comes from being in a society where respect for rules and order is deeply ingrained. Contrast that with the Philippines, a nation known for its natural beauty and vibrant culture, but also for its reputation for political instability and safety concerns in certain areas. While places like Palawan and Boracay offer paradise-like experiences, other regions have struggled with unrest, and the country is frequently hit by devastating natural disasters, such as typhoons and earthquakes. These risks are enough to make some travelers think twice, particularly those from Japan, where safety is almost taken for granted. The fear of these potential hazards often leads to hesitation. Even with the allure of crystal-clear beaches, friendly locals, and a warm tropical climate, the Philippines' image abroad is sometimes clouded by concerns over safety. For Japanese tourists accustomed to a more controlled environment, the uncertainty of traveling to areas with security issues can seem daunting. This brings us to an interesting question. How do these safety concerns impact the travel decisions of Japanese tourists? Can the Philippines reframe its image and highlight its beauty in ways that alleviate fears? Let's take a closer look at how these contrasting safety perceptions shape travel choices. 3. Language barriers and travel convenience. When it comes to travel, one of the most unexpected hurdles can be something as simple as language. For Japanese tourists, the language barrier can be a significant factor in deciding whether or not to visit a destination. While English is widely spoken in the Philippines, it is not the primary language. Filipino and regional dialects dominate everyday communication, which can create confusion or discomfort for those who are not fluent in English. For Japanese travelers who are accustomed to traveling in places where their native language is widely understood, this can be a major challenge. Imagine arriving in a foreign country expecting ease of communication, only to find that menus are in a different language. Signs are not always translated, and many locals might struggle to converse beyond basic English. This can lead to frustration and stress, especially when trying to find your way around or ask for directions. For many Japanese, this is an issue they rarely face when visiting places like Hawaii, Korea, or Taiwan, where the local language is either similar or English is commonly used. In these destinations, they find it easy to get by, with signage in Japanese and many locals fluent in the language. On top of language difficulties, there's the challenge of navigating the Philippines' transportation system. Unlike the well-organized and efficient transit systems in Japan, the Philippines can feel overwhelming for first-time visitors. From the chaotic jeepneys to the limited metro routes, public transportation can be a real struggle, especially for those unfamiliar with the region. This lack of convenience can make traveling around the Philippines feel like more of a hassle than a relaxing adventure. So how do language and travel convenience impact Japanese tourists' willingness to explore the Philippines? Could these challenges be the key to unlocking a smoother travel experience? Let's dive deeper into how these factors shape the decision-making process for visitors from Japan. 4. The Philippines' image as a party destination. The Philippines has long been known for its vibrant party scene, offering some of the most lively nightlife in Asia. From the bustling clubs of Boracay to the lively bars of Cebu, the country is a magnet for travelers looking to let loose and experience high-energy vacation destinations. However, for many Japanese tourists, this very aspect of the Philippines can be a turnoff. Why? Because Japanese culture places a significant emphasis on work-life balance, quiet leisure, and even spiritual reflection during travel. The idea of immersing oneself in the noise and hustle of a busy party scene doesn't align with the preferences of those who seek peace and tranquility during their vacations. In Japan, there's a deep-rooted cultural appreciation for serenity, whether it's the quiet contemplation found in gardens, the calm beauty of a traditional tea ceremony, or the meditative walks through scenic temples. For many Japanese, the perfect vacation isn't one filled with loud music, crowded beaches, or all-night parties. Instead, they gravitate toward places that offer peace, introspection, and a connection with nature. In contrast, the Philippines' most popular tourist spots, places like Boracay, Cebu, or Palawan, are often associated with vibrant nightlife and party scenes that cater to a younger, more adventurous crowd. While these destinations certainly have much to offer in terms of natural beauty, the focus on excitement and social events might seem out of place for Japanese tourists who prefer destinations that provide quiet leisure and natural beauty, like the tranquil settings of Kyoto or the serene landscapes of Hokkaido. So how does this difference in travel preferences affect the Philippines' appeal to Japanese travelers? Could the Philippines adapt its tourism strategy to better cater to the quieter, more introspective travel style of the Japanese? Let's explore how the country's party-centric image could be reshaped for a more diverse range of visitors. 5. The competition of other destinations. When we talk about why the Philippines struggles to attract Japanese tourists, it's not just about the country itself. It's also about the stiff competition from other Southeast Asian destinations. Countries like Thailand, Bali, and even Vietnam have long established tourist infrastructures that are more familiar and comfortable for Japanese travelers. These places are not just known for their beautiful beaches and incredible food, but they've also become deeply integrated into Japanese travel culture. From the language support to the availability of Japanese-speaking staff and easy-to-navigate transportation systems, these destinations offer a seamless experience that makes them much more approachable for the average Japanese tourist. Take Thailand, for instance. With its well-connected airports, world-class hotels, and a wide range of activities that suit Japanese tastes, whether it's shopping, cultural tours, or spa retreats, it's no wonder it remains a top destination. Bali, too, is a beloved spot thanks to its balance of natural beauty, rich culture, and easy accessibility. Even Vietnam is quickly gaining popularity, with modern amenities and an influx of tourists from Japan, making it an increasingly convenient option for travel. But here's the catch. Japan's tourism sector has a major influence on where its citizens choose to go. The Japanese government and travel agencies heavily promote certain countries, and destinations like Thailand and South Korea enjoy more marketing and exposure than the Philippines. This lack of visibility means that while the Philippines offers unique experiences, it simply isn't on the radar for many Japanese travelers in the same way that its competitors are. So how can the Philippines change the narrative and break into the highly competitive Southeast Asian tourism market? Can it increase its visibility in Japan to rival the likes of Thailand and Bali? Let's explore how these countries have earned their place and what the Philippines can learn from them. 6. Surprising alternatives and changing trends. For years, Japan and the Philippines have been like two neighboring islands, each with its own unique allure. Japan, with its fascinating history and cutting-edge technology, and the Philippines, with its tropical charm and natural beauty, have largely followed their own paths. However, things may be shifting in a way that few could have predicted. Could it be that the Philippines is slowly but surely becoming a hidden gem for Japanese travelers? Imagine this: pristine beaches that rival those of Okinawa, vibrant festivals echoing the energy of Japan's own cultural celebrations, and an emerging ecotourism scene that combines adventure with sustainability. It's no surprise that Japanese tourists, often in search of something a bit different, are starting to take notice of what the Philippines has to offer. In fact, over the past decade, the number of Japanese tourists visiting the Philippines has steadily climbed. It's a trend that has sparked curiosity among travel experts. But the question remains, is it just a passing fad, or is the Philippines on the verge of becoming a popular travel destination for the Japanese? But don't expect an overnight transformation. While there's a noticeable increase in interest, the Philippines still has a long way to go before it can compete with well-established favorites like Thailand or Hawaii. The rise in Japanese visitors to the Philippines is still gradual, and it's clear that many are still hesitant to make it their primary travel spot. The road to becoming a go-to destination is paved with both opportunity and challenge. After all, cultural differences, language barriers, and the preference for more familiar, easily accessible spots can make the shift slower than we might like to imagine. However, the signs of change are undeniably there. Whether it's the allure of unspoiled natural landscapes like Palawan or the warmth of Filipino hospitality, something is clearly resonating with Japanese travelers. Perhaps, just perhaps, we'll see a future where more Japanese people find themselves on the beautiful shores of the Philippines, eager to discover a destination that is, in its own way, just as captivating as Japan itself. The question is, are we witnessing the beginning of something bigger? So there you have it. The reasons why Japanese people don't visit the Philippines as often as you might expect. From cultural differences to safety concerns and the allure of other destinations, it's not as simple as you think. But as travel continues to evolve and perceptions shift, who knows what the future holds? If you enjoyed this video and are curious about other cultural mysteries, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. You don't want to miss what's coming next.